Right, next investigation. This one looking at Valentine's Day, right? So obviously you have this Valentine's Day, but if you look at the veil, right, it's a veil, like the like wheels, like wheels. So there's something about this Valentine's Day, right? And obviously what it's supposed to be. Look at that there, like a veil. They're putting a veil over it, because obviously they're cutting in the veil idea, right? But obviously the profane meaning of this Valentine's Day is as you see, it originated as a Christian feast day honouring a martyr named Valentine, right? So who's this Valentine what they're talking about? A martyr, right? And the cord in the martyr, right? It basically, it's a T word, the T word is a martyr, right? As you see, the M separates into two N's. And then the anagram is a T word, right? So this Valentine, who was this Valentine, right? That they use the codes quite a bit. Right? Like here, this for example. They use the codes. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, like Rudolph Valentine and all that. You see the Masonic code there in the 7 and 6. And it's Rudolph Valentine, I say. So basically, when you're talking about this Valentine code, it isn't referring to like, and this one was meant to be the great lover or some idea, right? So you see how it's basically a code for trans, right? It's not about two separate people, Like obviously the profane celebration of it is two, like a wife and husband or whatever, like two separate people. Celebrating this type of day, right? But the realities is about something else. It's about obviously the trans, right? So it's like, who's this martyr who they're talking about, right? And then see this Basil Valentine thing, right? The 15th century alchemist, and there's the hex, right? But the alchemist that they were the trans. And the cannon is like the gun, that shoots out the liquid, the syringe. And as you see, they're holding the whatever it is, vial or test tube or whatever, right? So these is basically the day with the as you see there, more like a pseudonym used by one or several 16th century German authors. Again, there's the 6 and the 7, the Masonic code. So basically, when you're talking about Valentine's Day, you're talking about this honouring some pioneer of trans medicine. That's what it's all about. The joining of the two together as one. Of course, profanes think it's about like a romantic, whatever they buy that husband or wife or whatever, box of chocolates and flowers and all that type of idea, right? But it's actually about trans. Making the two one. And the Benedictine tries, Tristy, the trans, always a trans. And obviously hermaphrodite, so all this is the day, with transes, end of. And 1717, which is the founding of the Freemasonry. Chimish, chime, the chime, basically Hebrew or James idea, right? The salt manufacture, again, that's one of the biggest codes, the salts. The salts, because it's the chemicals in the Lot's wife. and the TH. So, you know what I mean, considerable knowledge of chemistry, you know, of course, because it's about the chemical change, you know, the chemical sex change. Salt ammoniac acids. Common salt, you know. Among other achievements, you know. So this is all about the trans medicine, right? And the 12, you know, the 1 and 2 for the number 3 or the 777 code, of course. So, you know, that's what this is all about. And, that looks like could be the Queen Elizabeth idea. You know, the Queen Elizabeth I. That was obviously a trans. You know, the James and Elizabeth court idea, right? Seemed to be where it all stems from. Whether or not it was real or not, or just some form of you know, metaphor for that trans medicine. But you see that the Valentine becomes the D with the trans. Right? Antimony, of course, unties the go reverse. And the great secrecy of the world on the human medicine. Mundi Mysterio. So you can see what this is all about. And this is basically all supposedly anyway stemming from the same time as when the Bible came out, which was 1611 date, right? So, you know, it's all trans works, you know. So when you got the 1611 King James Bible, right? Again, the numbers is coded, right? And got a lot of numbers in that. For example, you got 11 for the pillars, right? You got 6 and 1. So you got the 6 and 1 for 7. You got the 6. And when you got like the 111, right, you got the 3 6s. So you got a 666 code in that. And we know the 666 is the third gender, right? The third gender. The Jacobian, you know, the Jacobian is that type of falsifier and all that. Personally, like, as far as I'm concerned, there was no versions before this. Obviously the Seer, there was a lot of versions before this one. But I think that's, you know, just biting a lie, basically, you know. I think this was the first version, the only version type of thing. And stemming from around about that time period, right? And even then, you know, you're talking about a bit of artisans, as they call it, with the dates, right? But they don't run about the 1700 mark, you know, everything was put together, the whole system was put together. And you look kind of black there, like, you know, looks kind of black. And so this seems to be, you know what I mean, like I see the Seer, there was another versions and all that. The Seer, this was an earlier version. But as you see, the code, the never. You know, the Neverland, you know, Neverland. Like in Peter Pan and Michael Jackson and all that. So I think this is just a hex. You know, as you see, it's got a hex in straight away, right? 6 and 7. So this one's got to be fake, you know, never existed. It's the Neverland type of thing. So that they're trying to, as you see there, 777 code in. So they're trying to give the impression, obviously, that the history is much older than what it is. Like 2,000 years of history, like 2023, right? Suggests there's been, you know, obviously 2,023 years of history. But it's fake. You know, they've took the timeline from a certain date, a specific date, right, and then took it from there. So the whatever supposedly happened before that date is just fake and made up, right? As you see here, the 1717 again, as in that Basil Valentine alchemy stuff, right? And obviously this is recorded in the Freemasonry as a great year. So I'm just thinking maybe this is the year actually when the calendar starts from, right? Certainly run about this time period anyway. St. John's Day, it would make a good day to start the calendar from, you know. Again, a lot of Anthony's about there. And so that calendar, you know, starts from a specific date. And speculative histories. The romanticization, like the Roman Empire, of course, you know. So that calendar starts from a specific date, right? There is not 2023 years of recorded history. Right? Only about 300 or 400 years of recorded history. As you see, when you're sort of looking for like who was the first Freemason idea, right? You see Vitruvius, you know, like in vitro, Vitruvian. So again, this is like going back to the experiment idea, like, you know, King James idea and Jesus and all this, the experiment idea of who was the first one. Right? And as you see there, 1733. And then William Alexander. So I would say it was Hiram Abiff and all stuff like that. So it's like, of course, it isn't clear, you know, who the first one was, but it's obviously to do with the trans program. Right? It's obviously to do with the bringing about of that trans medicine. The world charges. The world changes, you know. There's a lot of different, you know, you never get the sort of definitive sort of truth about these, you know, because it's all like that, isn't it? Then you see Hiram Abiff, the ram, and the fibber, you know, the fibber, this is where you get the fibber from, the fib lies, right? And the descendant of Tubal-Cain who worked in metals and helped Solomon build the temple in Jerusalem. Again, this is our metaphors for being a trans, right? And fidelity, not resurrection. It's all to do with the trans brotherhood idea and all this. The widow's son. Arrival in Jerusalem and the appointment by Solomon as chief architect and master mason. Of course, you get the Abraham idea from this, you know, Abraham, who's meant to be the patriarch or whatever of religion and all this. See, in Kings 7:13, Hiram is described as son of a widower who was a Tyrian, you know, and again, that's the anagram, bronze worker. Of course, Abraham is the patriarch of the religions. Of Hiram Abiff, right, the fibber. You have this biblical sort of religious topic about Abraham's lie, right? Abraham apparently told a lie, you know, in the Bible and all that.